And we are live! Welcome to the Game Night Show, where we help change makers change their game and everyone wins. Some highlights for tonight's show. Have you ever wished you could do one thing and have it result in solving multiple desires? What would the clarity of knowing your next actions through fun and playful games and activities open up for you? This week, we will play games that create multi-potential outcomes with multi-dimensional games, games that create exponential results, which of course will expand everyone's genius in creating clarity and multiplied outcomes. I'd like to welcome our guests and those who are watching live today. Say hi, where you're from in the chat right there on YouTube Live, and you are the live guinea pigs in our experimental games tonight. Our guest contestant for this show tonight is Rachel Archelaus. She is a multi-dimensional being, entrepreneur, and author of several books, including Intuitive Art, Having a Two-Way Conversation with Your Higher Self, and I will introduce her fully in just a moment. Tonight, what we're going to do is we are going to play some games. We're going to challenge our guest contestant with opening up on part of her business that she can get clarity with, and then she can help you win some prizes. So we're going to give away a prize, and we're going to share how you can keep playing with us all week long. We are sharing this in YouTube Live and links in Facebook where you can watch it later as well. And if you are watching this later, I would love for you to use the hashtag replay right now and let us know that you are here in the chats. I am Jean Berry. I am a creative explorer and your game night show host. Coaches and consultants hire me to make branded games from their transformational work. And I work with an extraordinary team to make that happen. So let me introduce you to the Game Maker team and panelists on this show. And Razzle Barkin in the background. Astrid Mueller is a brand magic maker and our official Sparkle Girl. She opens creativity and connection in a deeper way for business owners. She is also author of the forthcoming book, Permission to Sparkle. Are you there, Astrid?
Yes, I don't know if you can see me. I'm here.
Oh, I got Kavita on the screen. Let's see. There she is. Beautiful. Perfect. All right. In addition, we have Kavita Singh, the official magic catcher, as well as she has, I don't know what it is, but she has business x-ray goggles that allow her to see where things are going and how to maximize impact in the world. Say hey.
Hey, everyone.
Fabulous to have you here. So, of course, our guest contestant tonight is Rachel Archelaus. And Rachel experiences life as a multi-dimensional being. She has seen and interacted with the non-physical world since her childhood and continues to have rich experience of different things, star systems, and energies. She is the founder of the Intuitive Art Academy, which teaches people how to have two-way connection with their higher selves in an easy, creative way. The Certified Intuitive Artist Program helps healers, therapists, and coaches to create a lucrative and impactful business by using intuitive art with their clients. And in 2008, she founded Sephirus Press, which publishes poetry and self-help books. Her latest books are Intuitive Art, How to Have a Two-Way Conversation with Your Higher Self, and Above the Surface, a fairy tale for adults. You can hear Razzle howl, and you can find her books on Amazon. You can also take her free intuitive art class at intuitiveartclass.com. Hey, Rachel, welcome.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
So what is it that got you excited about supporting people through intuitive art?
I think intuition is our superpower, and being surrounded by super women tonight, I think we would all agree. And if we can access our intuition in a really colorful, easy way, why not?
Beautiful. Of course, makes perfect sense. So tonight we are featuring multidimensional games, games that create exponential results. And we're going to open today with a rhyming words game, where we'll be coming up with words that rhyme with art. And as always, we'll go around. Anyone who doesn't have a word is out, and the last rhymer left wins. For those who are watching live, you can help us out in the chat with words you think of that rhyme with art. And the last one with a rhyme will be crowned as the supreme queen and winner of words. So, are you ready? Let me get you all on the screen here. And I'm going to add, there we are. Now all four of us are on the screen. So, here's how it works. Excuse me. I'm going to say art, and then Rachel, you're going to be second. You're going to say a word that rhymes with art, and then Astrid, and then Kavita, and we'll just keep going around until we run out of words that rhyme with art. All right, here we go. Art.
Cart.
Oh, I forgot when it's my turn.
You're up, Astrid.
Yep. Turn.
Okay. Fart.
It had to come up early.
Dart.
Heart.
Oh, did she have that? Sorry.
Heart.
Oh, okay. I'm done. I'm already out.
Start.
Apart.
Oh, I was going to say that. Start.
Nice.
Guard. Is that a word?
Hey, you said it. I'm going with it. Mart.
I don't know.
I'm out of words too.
Oh, you guys. Restart. I think this is the first time I've actually won this game, though. So I'm kind of excited about that. Supreme winner of words today. Woohoo!
Yeah.
You guys are great. All right. So, well, that's just a little start. Okay, so we're getting warmed up here, right? So, first of all, I want to ask Rachel another question. So, did you always know you were an artist?
I didn't always call myself an artist, but I've always been creative. I think creative is a word that I felt more akin to. So yeah, I always knew I was creative.
That makes total sense. All right, so we are actually going to play another game, and this is one of our standard games actually on the Game Night Show. It is an intuitive game, which I know you are all about, Rachel. And it's also the heart of my business. So we're going to play the Angels, Peacocks, and Butterfly game with Rachel today. And so this game is about everyday intention. And so it's about intentions for today. So you can actually play along with Rachel. What we're going to do is pull on, I'm going to get out the cards here. Here we go. Let's get our camera working. Sometimes it takes a break. It got tired. I want you all to see the cards. Let's see if we can get it to go. Always something new. Here it comes. See a dark screen. I might be using all the bandwidth of my computer. There we go. Yay! All right. So you can see if you're watching live, you can see that there are 3 decks of cards. I'm going to pull each of these decks out. I'm going to shuffle them. And Rachel, you're going to say when we should stop and when we are at your card. All right? So
Okay.
Here we go. So I'm shuffling them up. You just say whenever we're at your card.
Okay, stop.
Ah, we pulled, I'm going to pull it up on my screen. You can see that. Yeah, creativity.
Perfect.
Perfect. Of course we did. And then we are now at the butterfly deck. We'll shuffle it up. Whoa, cards are falling out. There. Purpose in the world. Naturally. And then the peacock deck.
Stop.
Ooh, right there. collaborating, which is pretty awesome. You know, you never draw the wrong cards in this deck, so I'm going to go ahead and write those things down. Creativity.
When you wrote it down, I have something quick to check in with.
Please do.
Yes. So I am just checking in with the live stream, and it's actually not streaming live. I just wanted to let you know before we box the whole thing. It says waiting on YouTube, and I asked Kavita, and she also sees the waiting.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure for you if there's a button or something.
Let me check it out. It's always good to look. According to this, we are live. So it does not look like there is, I either have a finish button or a continue button.
Interesting.
So it does actually record.
Perfect.
So
perfect.
Yeah, so it will record regardless of what the internet is doing to us. So we can
awesome.
Post it up there later.
Yeah. And we're multi-dimensional, so it says people are waiting. It doesn't stream here, but in your dimension it does. So I love it. We're all good.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. All right. So Rachel, here's what we have. We have the beginning of a sentence that your brain cannot finish. The only way you can answer it is by listening to your higher self. And here's the sentence. I am creativity in my purpose in the world. Therefore, I am collaborating. And whatever pops in your head is the right answer.
Well, of course, it's amazing. I just finished the first draft of a new book yesterday. And right before our call today, I started to edit it. And so it is a collaboration. And I feel like these books that I'm putting out are my purpose in the world. Well, part of it, you know? So yes, thank you. Your game is amazing.
So it's validating. So you're collaborating on the book. Really, that's the end of the sentence. Yeah, on the book. And then the next part of this game is that we take that card, the angel card, and we become that. Of course, you already are creativity. There's nothing else that you are. So that's pretty awesome. And so when you become creativity, though, I'm curious, and especially for the people who are watching this, I would like to know where creativity lives in your body. Like when you say, I am creativity, where can you feel it inside your body? Where does creativity live?
It kind of lives in my solar plexus, but like radiates out of my body too. I feel it as much out of my body as in my body.
Sure, sure. Astrid or Kavita, do you feel it anywhere else?
For me, it's between chakra 1 and 2, like low in my body.
Yeah.
And for me, I feel it in my heart.
Oh, nice. Beautiful. All right, so from wherever it is, we're just going to grow it. We're going to grow it so it fills your whole body. And so you have creativity in your whole torso, creativity in your shoulders and arms and hands and fingers, and your creativity in your hips and legs and knees and feet and toes, your creativity in your neck and head. In fact, kind of like Rachel said, we're going to bump it out about a foot from you, so you're in a big old bubble of creativity. There's nothing there that's not creativity. And I'd like now to ask your higher self another question, and here's the question. In light of that, in light of being creativity, what is your key action?
Edit the book and get it to my editor.
Beautiful. All right, so I'm just going to put that down on there. Woohoo! Cool. Well, thank you for playing the Angel, Peacock, and Butterfly game today. And I always find that it is somewhat magic, right? It always picks exactly what you're calling to it. So that's beautiful. Fabulous. All right, well, let's go ahead and go on to our next game. Our next game is actually a really fun game that we tend to play at most of our game nights because it's always such an incredible hit. And I'm just switching out my camera here so that we can put this on the screen, because the game we're going to play next is inspired by bibliomancy. And bibliomancy means divination by the book. And we do this in some form each week, and we have fun magic show up, and I thought we'd put it to our multi-dimensional theme today. And so if you are watching this later, we would love for you to join this game. And in honor of our guest tonight, who is an author of a fabulous book that we've mentioned already, we're going to play this divisionation with her amazing book, Intuitive Art, How to Have a Two-Way Conversation with Your Higher Self. And so I've put the book here on the screen, and what we're going to do is we're going to ask a question. And originally, this kind of bibliomacy would be taken from like sacred text and have certain ritual and ceremony. And now it's kind of used as everyday bibliomacy, where the most popular game is like the dictionary game, where you open up the dictionary to find a word. And so we're going to ask a question, we're going to open up the book, and we're going to just point to some place in the book, and that's going to be the answer to our question. And so Rachel, we're going to have you do some interpretation, then we're going to allow everyone to kind of feed into this, because it's always a fun way for us to get more deeply into your book as well. So here's the first question. What is the best way to get multi-dimensional results, you know, the ones that seem like magic, from a single action today? So if you are running a business, or if you are running your life or having relationships, how can you get multi-dimensional results out of what you're doing today? So let me get my camera on here again. It keeps popping off on me. Let's see if I can get that to show up one more time. Singing in the rain. That just popped up. It's raining here today.
Oh, it's not grappling.
No, exactly. No grappling. All right, so here's Rachel's book, and I'm just going to randomly open to that spot right there, and I'm going to point right there. Okay, so we've landed, if you happen to have your book, Rachel, we landed on page 21. And there's actually just one sentence on page 21, so that's the one we get.
Perfect.
And here's what it says.
So there it is.
Crayons and printer paper with you to the soccer game, and get an answer in your car while you wait for warm-up to end. I will show you how to accomplish this, and trust me, it's much easier than you think.
Oh my gosh.
So, of course...
The answer is trust.
What's that?
The answer is trust.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, it's just so, that's awesome. How to get multidimensional results. Of course, that is what this whole book is about, right, Rachel?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, do intuitive art, or just trust yourself is a really good way to go. If I were just answering, I would just say do what feels good. So, yeah.
So it's not that surprising that anything in your book would say trust that. But this one in particular was very straightforward. And I really like that. That's pretty awesome. But I love that actually we got some crayons in the whole answer, because there is something about color and what that does for us, especially in this plane, right? On the earth, I think color really speaks to us in a really significant way. And so, yes, beautiful. Anything else anyone wants to add?
Oh, I just love the metaphor of universe trust. It's almost like there's this very clear message from the other side. You want multidimensional results, then hey, you've got to trust the universe too. Otherwise, you can't work and play in multi-dimensions. So I love that.
So Rachel, I know that you do love multidimensional results. Can you think of a time when you chose one thing or did one thing and had all kinds of other magic happen?
Honestly, it's like everything. I mean, that's just how I live now. It's how I get so much done. It's how I have so much fun and freedom in my day. It's because I just do what feels good. And so I'm always having multidimensional results. And that's how people, like, you see really effective people in the world, they just have so much going on, and you're like, how do they have the same hours in the day as me? It's because everything has built such momentum on itself. So, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. I love that. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to ask your book another question, though. And I decided to go with another one kind of along that same multi-dimensional level, but perhaps for people who are watching this who don't even know what that means. Like, what does it mean to be multi-dimensional? And so I would like to ask the next question is, what is the best way to discover our multi-dimensional selves and families? So what is the best way to discover our multi-dimensional selves and families? So let me pull up the book again. Okay, I got the book here. Magic. And here. Same spot. We're on page 103. And here's what it says. Here's the sentence that I pointed on. It's the state where it feels like the only way out is to win the lottery, which is very, very unlikely. There is good news if you like to relate to this scenario. Interesting. So I think we need a little more context. So
I feel I got it. If you want to say the question one more time and then the answer, I think it's right there. Please.
All right, so the question is, what is the best way to discover our multidimensional selves and families?
And the answer was about lotteries, right?
Yep, it's the state where it feels like the only way out is to win the lottery, which is very, very unlikely.
Yes, I get it. It's about frequency, right? Like we have to get ourselves in the same frequency as if we totally could win the lottery right now. And that's, again, going back to the trust. And that's when we're in the multidimensional creation mode. That's like what I call the sparkle frequency, is when you're like, you're not in this dense kind of like, nothing is possible mode, but you're in that space of pure possibility or sparkle frequency. That's like when, because you believe anything is possible, anything is. And it's the same tangible example. If you're totally trusting, I'm winning the lottery right now, that's that same mode, right? I feel that's the answer. So it's energy work, getting yourself in that energy. That's what I get.
Beautiful. You agree with that, Rachel?
I do. I love that. Yeah. And I would say, like, it's easier than you think it would be. You know, like, you don't actually have to win the lottery to have what you want. And so it's like, relax, right? Like Astrid's saying, don't get bogged down with frustration. It's actually just right there. You just have to attune to it.
You make it sound so light. I love that. And it's like this paradox that we try so hard to get into the manifesting mode, and where it's like totally the opposite. Yeah.
And I love the paradox of that, because you said in the sentence, Jean, that winning the lottery and it's quite unlikely to do so. And I feel from the perspective, if you're looking at it from your human perspective, then you're putting the energy as the lottery being such a big thing. And it's almost impossible if you're thinking about it logically with all the odds and all that stuff. And yet, if it is that we really, like you said, Astrid, about the frequency and wanting to get into that, is exactly what, Rachel, you're demonstrating in your life, where every day it's miraculous. Every day you have those multiple dimensions of things that get done, and you only do one thing, right? You only make that one phone call and it ripples out and 10 things are done. And that's the joy in it. It can be that simple, but it's also very subtle, so much so that we think that it's unlikely. So it depends on our lens, if we're looking at it just from our human perspective or from a broader perspective. Because when it's the broader perspective, it's just so easy, it's almost unnoticeable. And when it's from the human perspective, it may seem impossible.
I love that. Yes, yes.
Nice.
That's awesome. See, so Rachel, you can actually see how magic your book is even on another level, right? You can start using it in that kind of way of just open it. It'll give you the magic you need right now. And kind of like you do an intuitive drawing. We'll just do a drawing and it'll get you clear. Now you just open the book and you'll get clear. That's beautiful. All right. So we are actually going to play another game. And one of the amazing things that Rachel teaches in her basic intuitive art class is to listen to your intuition and find the meanings of colors for you. So we decided to create a game called The Color of Money, where Rachel is going to be quizzed on the meanings of colors and the chance to win a prize for one of our viewers. Now, since all of you are watching this later, anyone who responds back to this in the replay within the next week will win a prize when Rachel wins this game. So, Rachel, you can win this game by getting 2 out of 3 of the questions right.
Okay.
All right. So, our first question is, what color car is the most expensive to insure? A, red, because they are pulled over more often. B, silver, because they blend in with the background and get hit more often. Or C, none. All the colors are the same to insure.
Well, my first thought was red, so I'm going to go with the red.
Okay. Kavita, do you have an answer for us? Oh, sorry, you're muted.
Sorry. So I'll read the entire answer so you all get context to this. So the answer is, according to insurance.com, will a red car cost you more to insure? Absolutely not. It doesn't keep people from believing it, though. According to insure.com survey done last year, 46% of the 2,000 licensed drivers believe that red cars are more expensive to insure because they're pulled over more often. Yet they're doubtfully mistaken. Not only does color have nothing to do with the car insurance rate, a particular model's risk isn't determined by the number of tickets its owners receive. Red, blue, silver, it makes no difference.
So our answer was C on that one. Sorry, Rachel,
Yes.
you didn't get that one. So
I would have been with you too, Rachel.
here is our next question. Yes, go ahead.
Hold on. Before we go on, I love this question because, again, it's about a belief, right? It says that a lot of people have that belief. And it's kind of like the story I'm remembering when they said they did that. It was some sort of test where if a monkey learns one skill on one side of the riverbank, automatically the other monkeys on the other side of the riverbank picks up that skill. So in the same way, whoever got the bright idea that red was the car that got into more accidents, it just diffused to everyone. So I thought it was really interesting. Yet nobody chose to look at the dynamics of that and said, well, is it really true? How do we know for sure?
That's beautiful. All right. Question number 2. Question number 2. Now, question number 2 is about favorite colors. Women were asked whether they preferred purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, red, or pink. What is the least favorite color for women? A, yellow, B, orange, or C, green?
I'm going to go with orange.
That's B, orange for Rachel. You got an answer for us, Kavita?
Yes, you got that right.
Woohoo!
Really? I'm extraordinary then, because that's one of my favorite ones.
So for that one, it says the least favorite color for men is pink, and for women, it's orange, closely followed by yellow.
And so that is according to livescience.com. So if you want to go look up your favorite colors, and favorite colors, actually blue was the favorite color across the board for everyone, which is really interesting, both women and men. And the favorite color for women after blue was purple. So there we go. All right, you got that one right. Congratulations, Rachel. Okay, for the win. Question number 3. What color is not on the Olympic flag? A, purple, B, yellow, or C, black?
Black?
So you're choosing C, black?
I don't know. I think so.
All right, comedian, what do you got for Rachel?
Okay, I'll read the answer. The Olympic flag has a white background with 5 interlaced rings in the center: blue, yellow, black, green, and red. This design is symbolic. It represents the 5 continents of the world, united by Olympism, while the 6 colors are those that appear on all national flags of the world at the present time. So,
The correct answer was purple. Yeah.
Yes.
So how did she do, Kavita?
Oh, you got one right.
Sorry,
Beautiful.
replay watchers.
Well, there is another chance to win some prizes for our viewers. And we're going to play another game that we just kind of just call spin the ping pong. And there's actually not a ping pong. I just like saying ping pong.
Oh, that would be funny. Spin a ping pong.
Spin a ping pong, I know. This is our ping pong. And we would like to give you, Rachel, a gift this evening. And so we would like you to ask a question about your business. We're going to spin the spinner, and we're going to get whatever we can find out based upon what the spinner says for us tonight. And you can win a prize with Rachel tonight. This one's a little easier for you by simply typing in the chat what most inspired you about Rachel and our ping pong spinner tonight. And so you can win a prize for that. So we make it pretty easy on the viewers to get a prize by reflecting back some of the magic that you have brought to us tonight, Rachel. So thank you for being here.
Thanks.
So is there something in your business that you have a question about?
Oh. Oh gosh. I don't know, Jean. I feel like you can come up with a good question.
Okay, so Rachel does all kinds of really cool things, and I kind of want to ask a question about Intimate Alien.
Okay, perfect.
And so you'll have to go to Rachel's website and see some more about Intimate Alien, which is one of her multidimensional pieces that comes through to this world that we get to see. And so I would like to ask a question maybe for Intimate Alien tonight. And I want to know, what would it take for Intimate Alien to have a book in this world? Like to author and have a book here? Like, what will it take for you and humanness and all that kind of thing for that to happen? How does that sound?
That's awesome.
Okay, cool.
And I have a secret too, but I'll wait.
All right, cool. I suspect I'm very psychic. All right, let me get the camera on again. It keeps shutting off on me today. I wonder if there's a little timer on it that I need to readjust. And get the camera going. Here we go. So we can see the spinner, because that's half the fun. Is let the spinner fly. It's a coming. There we go. All right, so on the spinner there are 12 spots it can stop on. It actually includes all kinds of areas of life, and as well as chakras and numbers. And so there are different messages that can come through on this. So let me go ahead and spin it. I know that, Rachel, you can't see this at this moment, but I will hold it up for you to see. Okay, it landed on number 10. And I'm going to hold this up for you guys to see it and take this off here. There we go. Whoops. Move it back there. It landed there. Which says spiritual development. It has 2 chakras, which is the throat chakra and the third eye chakra, and the number 10.
Nice.
Okay, so Astrid or Kavita, do you want to share anything that comes up for you on that?
I'm laughing so hard at the chakras that I was landing on, because the third eye and the throat. I mean, you asked for a book. Seeing the vision and speaking your truth, like the message is going to come out just simply from those two chakras, right? So that's pretty powerful. And of course, you asked about, look at the topic, spiritual development. It covers everything right there. And then for the number 10, though, I feel, Rachel, you may have a different view on the meaning of the number. So I'm curious as to what comes up for you for the number 10. So I'll ask that for you, for you to answer.
I don't know much about numerology, but the only thing I think when I see 10 is that it'll go to 1. And she's such a unique voice that I feel like she kind of embodies that number, which that's what it made me think of. What about you?
Well, I'm gonna jump in on the number 10, because what popped up right away for me was that movie so you guys are all too young to know of the movie, but it was called 10. And it was a movie, kind of a surreal, arty movie about the perfect woman.
Oh, wow. You've got to check that one out.
And I don't know if you need to. It was very iconic at its time. But I think so it comes up as this idea of the perfect thing here on this planet, like the perfect woman. And for Intimate Alien, that's just awesome. I love that. And Astrid, did you have something to share?
Yeah, I was just laughing about the spiritual development. It's like right there. Same thing. I couldn't have said anything better or more. I love it.
Well, cool. All right. So now you can share your secret.
I'll spill the beans. Yeah, so actually she has written a book and it's being edited right now.
Okay, well, I did ask about getting it into the world. So that's the next step, right?
Yeah, I think, and we have one more photo shoot to do as well, but we also had a couple of photo shoots in different places. And that was really interesting. Her being outside in a city was really cool. She made me feel like I was reading a novel because I was seeing things through her eyes. Like she was just like putting it all together in my imagination. It was like so surreal. So I'm really excited for it to come out and let her talk about it.
That is awesome. Well, very exciting news. I love that. And we played a lot of games today. This was very fun. I'm so excited that you were able to come and play these games with us. And I do love those bibliomacy games that go along with the books that you've written. And I kind of want to play it with your other book because it's a poetry book and a little more, maybe it won't be as completely, clear answers that we need to interpret a little bit more, but maybe not. Sometimes it surprises us and we're like, okay, I can't believe that happened. And so you have the book in front of you, yes? Okay. So Astrid or Kavita, do you have a question that you would like to pose to the Oracle book of Above the Surface?
So what I'm getting is merging the two things. So it's interesting for the last question you asked, Jean, and the chakras showed up about expressing voice and the third eye, and then you revealed that the book was already in the works. So it was more about landing it, right? Like the whole meaning of expressing that is for you to tell people, Rachel, that this book is here, and for them to see the vision of that. And so the name of the book about it being now on the surface, I would love for like the part 2 of the question as to what is the tangible thing that we can all do, or something with movement, it feels, that we get into more of the frequency of your new book that you're launching. So that's what I'm getting. So you can find the answer in that book.
Okay, so you can just, it's been infused in the book, just open it, point your finger anywhere and then read us what is that sentence there.
All right, I'll do it so you guys can kind of see it. So
Beautiful.
Okay. So I just looked at the first sentence on top, and it says, she made quick friends with the brown earthworms and gray moles.
I love that so much.
That's the page.
Because it's so much about landing it on the earth, right? It's so much about saying, you know, who do you need to make quick friends with? Well, the ones that are most closely attached to having it come out in the earth, right? And I'm just thinking the earthworms, so what can they mean for us, the earthworms and the moles?
Earthworms are the ones that like make all the tunnels and kind of move the dirt around. And so maybe I just need a lot of like actual helpers and workers, you know? Such a weird word, but.
Well, yeah, but you think about like
network.
like people who write reviews on Amazon, like those are all kind of the earth movers, right? They move things around and people see them, and then you see those kind of things. And the moles, you know, I have this fabulous book. Where is it? Oh, I don't remember where it is. But actually, Sherry Bellew sent it to me. And
yeah, I think I have it.
Okay, and it's about a mole that plays music, right? And it just makes me think of, you know, sitting in this quiet little space of having people reading the book, right? And it's this whole thing about almost a sacred space of reading, and maybe book groups or things like that. It'll be little small groups of people getting together, and the music just keeps going out into the world.
I love that.
Oh, I love that so much, because I heard movement, and that's why I was emphasizing the word movement. And look at it, you got both the earthworms and the moles to show up in the answer. I mean, that is just pretty magical, you know. And the paradox too. I mean, the book is named Above the Surface, yet the answer is in a way below the surface, right? And connecting the energy from below the surface and bringing it to the surface and then above, right? So it's like a whole portal that is being created, and these earth movers, as you call them, Jean. And so it's interesting in your life, and for everybody catching this on the replay, who are the earth movers in your life, and who are the ones who help carry the message, you know, on the surface of the earth or below the surface, however they do it. It's pretty powerful. And the other part that I heard is that it's not about the more we're leaving our bodies kind of thing to have these experiences, but it's again about embodying it. And Jean, I know this theme has come up for us quite a bit in this year, and so it's really interesting that the energy now is to show it in our bodies and being here, and not necessarily like disappearing out of our bodies for short periods of time to get what that frequency is. So that's what I heard. Thank you for the answer.
Yeah, that's perfect. I love that. Everything, yeah, is about embodiment.
That's fabulous. It's always magic to open the books to something that gives us some words of wisdom. That's so beautiful. Cool. So before we wrap up tonight, Rachel, I'm wondering if you have any words of wisdom that you would like to share with our viewers, or anything that just popped in your head that you want to share.
I will just say what you're up to. I mean, you guys are here helping us have fun and relax and know that we're already geniuses, and I'll just second that. You know, have more fun. Do things that feel good. Be relaxed. Grab your Afghan like Astrid has, you know, couch. It's so much easier than we make it out to be. We just have to relax and do what feels good.
I love that so much. It's great, a feel-good movement.
Yes.
All right, so it is time for our little commercial break, and after that I'm going to have Kavita and Astrid share 3 words that gift our viewers with some magic today. So while they're thinking of their 3 magic words, I will share our next commercial, which is... Here we are. So I am Jean Berry, and I hope you enjoyed the Game Night Show tonight. Please click the YouTube subscribe to be notified of our upcoming live shows. Games are an incredible way to grow your coaching or consulting business. A branded game can cause leads, engagement, and magnetic following, as well as grow brand memory, referrals, and allow you to grow your business to 6 or even 7 figures. We have created adventure games, a spiritual game, astrology game, real estate games, and more. The sky is the limit. Would you like to explore a game for your business? You can find me at the Game Night Show on Facebook and send me a message there. Would you like to be a celebrity contestant on the Game Night Show? Shoot me a message there as well, and I will send you the link. Do you want to play more with more intuitive alignment and be in a like-minded community? I invite you to jump into the Zap Adventure Club Facebook group. That is where you can hang out with me, Kavita, and Astrid and get into your magic. And fun and joy and all those cool things. So, last words, Kavita and Astrid. I'd love for you to share 3 words that gift our viewers. I know. That gift our viewers with magic.
Talk about cutting yourself short. I mean, like, or be concise. You want to go first, Kavita?
Sure. I tend to bend the rules a little bit. So one of my big words it's actually 2 words. It's show up. So please show up in your life, with whatever you're doing, show up. Peace and friendship. That's the other one that's coming up. Yes.
That's so awesome. I love it. So I'm getting expansion, badassery, and play. Yep.
Beautiful. Do you want to join the words, Rachel?
I love what they already said. I'm going to go with those.
Beautiful. Well, thank you all for joining the Game Night Show tonight. I appreciate you coming up live and watching us afterwards. If you want to win that prize, just make a comment on the thing that allowed you to see some play or opened your eyes or something that hit you this evening. And thank you for coming. We will see you on the next Game Night Show. See ya.
Bye.